As we recognize the 10th anniversary of the tragic events that occurred in our country 10 years ago on September 11th, it is important for our students to realize that there are some lessons learned from the evil tragedies that occurred that day. Foremost in my mind is the courage demonstrated by the passengers on the plane that fell into a field in Pennsylvania. If they had not intervened through their courageous actions, that plane would probably have hit either the White House or the Capitol building. Also, I'm mindful of the fact that the first responders and security personnel at the World Trade Center saved countless lives through their actions as they gave up their own lives. Our firemen and police officers are on the front line every day that they are on duty. We must never forget the risks that they take as they protect us on a daily basis. Also, I'm mindful of the servicemen who lost their lives at the Pentagon as it was tragically struck by a plane as well. We must never forget our military servicemen as they lay their lives on the line for us every day. Think about how evil the actions taken by the terrorists were. The victims from 9/11 didn't have a beef with the terrorists. They didn't know them. They were at work like they always do. They were innocent victims. Not only did the terrorists prematurely cut short the lives of 3,385 individuals, but they also affected forever the lives of the victims' brothers and sisters, their mothers and fathers, husbands and wives, and most of all, their own children and grandchildren. Just like any evil, deadly act, it is not only the person who was killed that is affected, but it is also the people who knew them on a personal level. The next summer after the tragedy, I attended an administrator symposium at Columbia University, and I will never forget how hard it was emotionally for an elementary principal from one of the Manhattan Island elementary schools. She had children that had no parent to go home to that evening. She had to find someone to care for these children who were now without their parents. What a senseless tragedy. However, we are a strong country, and we persevered. We demonstrated our resolve. We have stood firm against terrorism, and throughout the tragedy, we maintained our faith, our hope for a brighter tomorrow, and our love for one another. Hopefully, hatred will someday be overcome by love. Thank you, and make it a great week.